morning, Namibia and the rest of the world. This is Swakopmund, the place to be. It's a wet and misty morning right here on Namibian shores, and we are bringing you the African Triathlon Cup. It's happening live in Swakopmund, and we will be sharing the action as it is unfolding. Now I am joined by a very special guest here right beside me. It's Dr. David Weber. Yes, you've heard that correct. He is a medical doctor by profession, and he'll be sharing the commentating platform with me today. Welcome, David. How are you doing, man?
Thank you very much, Otis. Yeah, it's really exciting to be here. It's quite an honor to be here at an event as prestigious as this, and I've been, we're so grateful to have something as big as this happening in Namibia. This is not just a local event, it's an international event, and that makes it even more exciting.
What would you say? What does an event of this stature means for Swakopmund?
I think what we get to do is we get to show the rest of the world what Namibia can offer as regards profession, as regards putting on something that's really amazing, and that we are able to offer something that is world class in a place as beautiful as Swakopmund, in a country as amazing as Namibia.
Yes. Just a couple of streets that have been blocked off, but I think our residents here are well aware of that, and they do know about the streets, and I don't think it will be an inconvenience.
Yeah, I think Swakopmunders are actually very welcoming of people that are coming here. I think that has always been the case, and they've realized that that is the backbone of the economy, and also a big part of people being able to share Swakopmund and what Swakopmund is. So I think people are very, I think they're excited. I mean, even last night, just bumping into many different people, wanting to know about what is happening today. And it's been amazing that the councilman and that the leaders here in Swakopmund have allowed the roads to be closed. And I mean, it can be an inconvenience for many, but it's for one day. And the payoffs will be massive for us as a community and as a country. So
yes, so this is the second time Swakop is hosting this event, and I believe the bar have been set quite high. What can we expect on this occasion?
yeah, so the fact that Swakopmund has been chosen is a perfect event, and I can tell you that many years ago, the African Championships used to be held in Swakopmund, and people did come from all over the world to take part in it. And what makes Swakopmund so amazing is that it's not going to get too hot on the day. It's also at sea level, and we have these amazing and unique salt roads, which are just a different experience to participate on. So Swakopmund has always actually been historically a place where endurance events have been held and continue to be held, and this has now there's been a resurgence of that, and last year the bar was set very high.
Yes.
At the event.
Yes. So in terms of for those who do not know, what is a triathlon?
So a triathlon is a multidisciplinary event that originated in Hawaii many years ago, when they put three different swim, bike and run endurance events together, and that made it quite amazing. And over the years, that has been refined and changed over the last 25 plus years.
Yes.
And what we got to a place where, so a triathlon basically is a swim that is followed by a bike ride.
So while we are on the swim, the water temperature is 15.3 degrees. Is that good?
That's a very good temperature for the water to be in Swakopmund, and I think it's got to do with the weather and then the mist that has come in. So 15.3 degrees is a very good. You don't want to swim in water that is too cold. So often they will cancel a swim if the water is way too cold. But from 12 degrees onwards, we have to be wearing a wetsuit, and then you don't want to be in water that's above 21 degrees either, because you could overheat. Not in such a short distance, but it is possible.
Okay, David, thank you so much for that introduction. We're quickly cutting away for an interview. with the president of the Triathlon Association.
As you can see in the background, the guys are starting to show up. Quickly running me through, how are you feeling? How is it today? It's African Triathlon Cup here in Sokopmund.
Yeah, look, it's been a tough 2 days. We've 2 days to build this entire course, and everything is happening now. The athletes are showing up. A few final things that we need to get ready. We are excited. I'm hoping the mist will lift soon, and then we can get ready to race.
Okay, well, compared to last year when you guys first hosted, what is the difference that we have in this year's African Triathlon?
Oh, I can't compare it. This year is double, triple the size of last year. This is getting incredibly big. We've been told that this is now officially one of the biggest events on the southern African continent. Wow. So we're fortunate, and we're ready for this.
Wow! As you can hear it, one of the biggest. But let's talk about international attraction. How many have we attracted so far for the people out there that don't know?
All right, we've got 65 international athletes. All right, these are pro athletes from Europe, Asia, America. They're from all over. And then on top of that, we've got another 70, 80 from Namibia. So all in all, we are in the 145, 150 bracket of athletes participating.
Wow. Well, we are reporting to you live here in Sokopmund. Just give us a quick run through of what people can expect in today's program.
All right, guys, racing starts at 8:30, but we ask everybody to come down here and have a look. We've got food stalls, we've got music, we've got tents, chairs, everything. The racing is going to be incredibly hot. We are taking you, the spectator, into the racing line so you can see everything happening, and then obviously it's going to be live for the guys that can't be here. So let's come and enjoy it and make Swakopmund and Namibia big.
Well, you heard it from the man himself reporting to you live. If you can't make it here, you can definitely tune in on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 94. And we have got you covered on the African Triathlon Cup that's taking place here in Swakopmund, one of the biggest events, probably the biggest event that we'll have taking place this year. So you guys should stay tuned. We still have more action coming your way. Well, we are joined by Matthew Wright, all the way from Barbados. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Good to be here.
Okay, so first time in Africa, first time in Namibia. Run me through it. How has it been? How's the experience? How are you feeling being here?
Yeah, no, it's been amazing, man. Honestly, the place has blown me away. Like, as I said, I was in South Africa last weekend racing, and Namibia again this weekend, and it's just gorgeous. And it's been, I don't know what I expected, but it's definitely gone beyond my expectations. So yeah, I didn't have the race I wanted last weekend, so I'm here to hopefully kind of rectify that, and I have fire in my belly to race hard tomorrow and hopefully be on the podium.
Okay, the fire is going to drive you a long way, but 22 nationals, 22 countries are here to compete. And how do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I mean, gone were the days when you used to come to these smaller races and it'd be a bit easier, But nowadays, like some really really highly ranked world ranked athletes are here racing, so it's going to be hard, it's going to be fast, it's going to be tough to get on the podium. So you're going to need to have every ounce of your energy to get over there first.
We are joined by Senya all the way from Ukraine. It's wonderful to have you here in our country. Please do tell us, how is it here? How are you loving it so far? How have you found the weather here in Namibia? Have you tasted the food here? Yeah, just run us through that.
Okay, so I came yesterday. It was a long trip. I came from Turkey. I'm not living in Ukraine right now. So I drove through all Namibia from Windhoek, so I saw a lot. Yeah, it's quite different from what I've got used to, mostly about the food. I don't know, just went to the supermarket and I found almost everything, and prices are okay. So the hospitality, yeah, I mentioned the people are really nice. So that's it.
Okay, well, you had to fly all the way from Turkey.
Yes.
That's tiredness.
Oh, a little bit.
Okay, well, preparations-wise, since you just flew in yesterday, how are you getting ready for the big cup tomorrow?
Oh, I hope I'll recover. I have 2 nights for recovering. So mostly I'm trying to sit or to lay down, relax. Yeah, a little bit of training. So that's it. Let's see.
Well, we are joined by Councilman Klaus here in Swakopmund. Councilman Klaus, just let's talk about the African Triathlon Cup that's taking place. Second one here. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, good afternoon. I think we must be very proud to have the triathlon here in Swakopmund the second time. This is now the situation where we can make sure that the Ironman will come next year in 2024.
Very excited.
So the thing is, if we do good homework right now, we will have the Ironman next year here, and that is a good exposure for Swakopmund indeed, because the exposure is 75 to 100 million turnover. And that's what we need for the economy to get going. I hope so, and I think so, and I'm positive thinking it will happen.
Okay, well, like you spoke earlier on 22 nations. How big can it get? I mean, we have people from all over different countries coming here to participate in the African Triathlon Cup. What exposure does that bring to Namibia?
The exposure is, I just spoke to a few of the athletes that have never been to Namibia, so that's, these, as I said in my speech just now, these are the ambassadors going home telling the people how beautiful the country is, and next time do also some activities, booking some activities, and that's what we want, and not only, so that is what the Ironman is happening. It will happen before that, because some people come from all destinations. They will have some activities, and afterwards some activities. So promoting Namibia, and we are on the map, but we can be much better on the map.
We have technical officers at all points, seeing what they're doing. They're holding onto this bar, and then they have to let go. They're going to be sprinting into the water, and you'll probably see them form two lines, and the ladies are off. This is quite an international field. We have numerous athletes from 22 different countries. Over a longer event of a half Ironman 1.9 kilometer swim or a full Ironman 3.8, that will make a significant difference to sweating, precipitation, and to dehydration and how much rehydration they would have to do. So you can see them running up. Yeah, as they come up the beach there. Beautiful. It's both the British athletes there together. And there's Rachel Klammer in 5th from the Netherlands. Looking to this level, he raced just below these athletes last week in the group below them, and there we see Rachel Klammer off to a very good start, making up a massive amount of time just in being efficient. And there's a group of about 4 other girls. I think it's Romania Kachazova, and we'll see what can become of that. As they turn. There's even 2 South Africans in that group. Riding strong. This is the second group of 2, 4, 6.
Yes, the best that you can be, and this is what triathlon brings. It brings out a number of aspects, a number of qualities each of these competitors must adhere to. It actually takes a lot from a competitor to be a triathlete.
And to our all transition area, which you can see on the right hand side there, and just ahead the road is closed. That's a thoroughfare and it's closed, and the ladies turn there, and you'll see now they go up the section next to the market, and they go past these beautiful old historic buildings and hotel, Namibian German culture from yesteryear.
Yes.
And now they come all the way down. We haven't been seeing this part of the race, and it's really interesting to be able to see it, be able to see the loop that they do. That's the mount dismount line. Boom, they're off. all running beautifully together. Ronnie Skrabanya and Barbara de Koning, they come out and they make that hill look like a flat, but quite far off the pace. So remember every position. Why do you keep running even if you're not going to finish on the podium? Because you're here to get points for ITU. First and second, they'll be coming through transition in the next few seconds. Here they come. They're going to be coming past us now. It's the end of their second lap. Is in fourth, but she's made up quite a bit of time on this group. So it seems like Rachel Kramer has pulled away from Rani Skrabanya and has gone ahead of Romania Kajazova. So we'll see what's happening. But I look at the action. So Otis, can you see how that rhythm is there with that? Yes, yeah, swinging. Beautiful. So Barbara de Koning is really pulling it out, and she's now in her rhythm where she's not running faster than she's used to or slower than she's used to. She dares to look around, and now she's able to just realize, I've got this, nobody else is going to catch me. And she comes in to take the win. Here we go. Here we go.
Brilliant stuff here. Brilliant stuff. There you have Barbara de Koning taking the win.
So Barbara de Koning taking it, and look how Klamer has come back. Rachel Klamer, with an injury, has managed to come all the way through and take second. And then from Slovakia, Romania Gajazova manages to hold on for that third. Really throwing a cat amongst the pigeons. The Dutch girl in fourth. Rani Skrabanya really tried, couldn't, but made it back there. And that's just phenomenally good, just outside.
I think we saw the toughness, the intensity in the elite women category. Quickly run me through it. How was it for you from the get-go?
Well, it was a lot tougher than I expected, to be honest. These professionals can really swim, so I had a tough time catching up after the swim. And then cycling on my own, it's always a bit tough if you cycle against people in the wind. So I did my best there and then just gave it all on the run. So it's a good and tough one.
Love to see you finishing at the end. But when we spoke earlier, yesterday, you said you have to be tough. You have to have guts to take part with people of this caliber. And you stood up. You went through it. You went all the way to the end. Quickly run me through. How does it feel to compete against the best, actually?
It feels really good. What one must remember is that it takes a lot of preparation to do something like this. Even though it's very short, it's months and months of prep. I didn't have the prep that they probably had. They're all professionals. I'm working, so it's a little bit difficult. But I think I did pretty well for where I am in my fitness.
Okay, last question. Out of the three, we spoke about this yesterday. Where did you feel you did good, and where did you feel you had to push harder than you were doing?
Surprisingly, the run was the best for me today, although it's my weakest one. The cycle surprised me. I didn't have the legs today, so was a bit disappointed in my cycle today.
Okay, well, congratulations for doing well and for finishing there.
Thank you very much.
Well, we still have a few more interviews coming your way. The girl from I'm not perfectly sure of the name, but we will catch up with that now.
Present. So we've got some of the best triathletes in the world right here. But number 8, Matthew, right? Let's see what he's capable of doing, and we'll see if they can spread out.
So
and they're on starters orders.
Matthew Wright.
Over the seaweed that's there. This morning they did clean out a lot of that, but as the tide comes in, that does bring it back in. And then we can see the wind from the teardrop banners outside us here. You can see the wind's now really coming from the south. And that's going to have an effect, not in the water, but definitely it's going to have an effect on them on the ride, and not necessarily the run. Yes. Everybody has to get their left shoulder around that buoy before moving on to the second buoy. And we'll see what happens when that does happen. Quite a bit of jostling there. and that does affect your position. He'll be running out. He's going to come run with his left shoulder or with his right shoulder around that around the marker.
Anything can really happen, but they are the first three. They are out of the water now.
Another group of 3 to 6 will probably get our podium places out of these first 6 to 9 men. Also
Denmark.
Irish, Denmark. We're so grateful to have people all the way from Eastern Europe and from Northern Europe, from Scandinavia. They together. Then we have this group of 4 to 6 that are just behind them, that are going to try and be able to catch them. This group of 4, and just behind them there's a group of 4 to 6 that's trying to bridge the gap. So you can see there from Ireland, they're trying to get on that wheel of the 4th, and I think they're going to be able to do it. What we see there is here's an official, a technical official from World Triathlon. They found a wetsuit that is not in its container, and there we can see beautiful Swakopmund. We can't believe it that this morning this was all covered in mist. We couldn't see absolutely anything, and that is a miracle we get to experience every day here in Swakopmund in Namibia. We have the Irish triathlete James Edgar, we have Martin de Moot, Oliver Turner, and Jimeno from Spain. And now he's having to power and fight. So you can see he's now powered ahead, and he's now sitting right there. So the rider right at the back may not have been as technically skilled. They might just be tired or have just been putting his bottle back in. The technical nature of this course, them going right up against those pylons, those yellow pylons. On the line, they get off. So who doesn't have a saddle? And now to do a run that will really eat it out of him. So there we have Richard Murray. I know Richard does spend quite a bit of time in doing training camps in Namibia with the Dutch team, with his wife Rachel Klamer. So so we know there's a little bit of knowledge of the course and understanding the weather here. Beautifully serviced roads, and we have friendly people, and then we're at altitude. Most of the country is at altitude. So here we have more runners, more people running off the bike, and they're dismounting, that they are able to run at this pace. Richard Murray. The guys in second are. So they are going to be a staggered group. So some of these guys are, some of these athletes are on their second lap, some are still on their first lap. So Ushida, that's coming around for the first lap. And Murray's about to, but initially there's just no grace. So Richard's going to be feeling a gentle breeze on his face, which is going to be great. He's going to be very grateful for that. Kick. To know I've now gone past somebody that started the race at the same time that I did. That'll be great. But then besides that, he just wants to maintain this, and I can tell you that he's probably he's going at race pace, and he's probably at his limit. Let's see it. And he's really done an amazing race today. He's done beautifully.
Yes, touch of hands there. And he crosses the finishing line with a spring in his step.
Yes, so good.
Well, we are joined by Richard Murray, who just showcased world-class performance in the elite men category. Quickly run me through it. How was it?
Yeah, that was an amazing race. It was great. It's only my second time in Swakop. First time I was 18, so a long time ago. But yeah, amazing city. It was great. The swim was interesting, 2 laps. We normally do 1, so there was quite a lot of fighting in the first swim. But and I was just off at the start of the first lap. I had to swim hard just to catch them running in after the swim. I managed to get in the front group. The guys worked really well together on the bike, and then it went into my strength to run. So no, I was very happy with it. Very happy with the performance.
Okay. All in all, how do you feel about the route? How was the route for you today?
Yeah, it's very cool. I mean, it's quite an out and back course. I mean, there's lots of like cool sections. Maybe they should put a bit of gravel in, or some of the inside roads through the city would make it really beautiful to I think to the public and to the guys racing would be very cool. But yeah, the course is great. The run course is amazing. It's great. It's like a little amphitheater, very close. So yeah, the laps are quite nice and close for the run. The bike maybe one, if they make a little bit closer to the lap, then people can see the guys coming past a bit more often.
Okay, well, the fans surely were there for you, but congratulations with your win today.
Thank you so much, and yeah, thanks to Namibian Triathlon and guys for putting on the event. The guys really enjoyed it.
Awesome, awesome.